Coss with the Mortgage Center, and this is a very specific post directed to realtors, or if you are looking to sell your own home, here's some rules of thumb that you need to go by. And it's specifically revolving around subject removal. So to help you out when you're trying to determine, subject removal timeline, I know you want to be competitive and make sure that your bid gets accepted. The problem is that if you don't give us enough time for financing based on the specific situation of the property, it doesn't help us out at all. So here's a couple of things to help you out. First off, if you are the seller and you are getting an offer of a 3-day subject removal or a 5-day subject removal timeline and it is a strata unit, please, oh please, for the sake of everyone's sanity, order the Form B right away and order it on a rush. I know it costs a little bit more, but you know what? No matter who you sell this property to, you're going to have Form B. And we cannot remove subjects until the bank who's going to be lending on the mortgage for this property to the buyer, they can't approve anything until they see Form B. As well, if there is something that's on Form B that's saying, oh, there's legal action or there's repairs happening or a leak somewhere, we need to know that sooner than later, because then we need to start putting balls in motion to counteract whatever's on the Form B. So please, 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 as a selling agent, order that right away. It's going to make things so much easier for us on our side. Second thing, for the buyer's agent, when you are doing subject removal and you're making your offer, please don't do it so that the subject removal deadline is on a weekend or a holiday. This just actually happened where we had a holiday on the Monday and the subject removal was on the Monday. Banks are closed on holidays, so that really, it would be the same difference to just have subject removal on the Friday, because the Monday does me no good. I can't communicate with the lender, I can't send them in documents to get it, checked off their list so that I can comfortably remove subjects. So please, if you're going to do this, make sure you're giving ample business day subject removal. Don't have it be the deadline on the weekend or on a holiday. It's not going to do anyone any good. Give us that extra business day, and yeah, that's going to definitely help out. The third thing is when it comes to a property with some odd quirk, and some of these quirks are if there's septic and well, if it's a previous grow-op or meth lab, and if it's, say, in Vancouver, one of those old heritage houses, and there's an oil pan in the backyard, those are all things that are going to make the subject timeline a little more wishy-washy. And your best go to determine how long of a subject removal you're going to need is to actually call your broker. And hopefully you're working with a broker and not just going to the bank, because the broker can at least give you a general estimate as to how long, worst case scenario, of a subject removal we're going to need. Now, why is it such a problem with these specific properties? Well, if there's an oil pan in the backyard, first of all, no bank will give you a mortgage for property that is a hazard like that. Before the people can sell that property to anybody, so don't worry about it hurting your competitive edge in your bid, before they can sell it to anybody, unless somebody comes in with a cash offer, they have to remove that oil pan before anyone can get a mortgage on it. They also have to get testing done in the ground to make sure there's no leaks, spills, or hazards to the environment or the neighbors around them. So that's something with the oil pan that has to be done, and that can take a couple of weeks. As well, if it's a previous grow-up or meth lab, it doesn't matter if the meth lab was in the shed in the backyard. The house itself still has to go through testing. And the testing can take anywhere between 1 and 2 weeks depending on the lender that we go with and the extent of phase testing that they're going to need. There's phase 1 and phase 2. Some of them only require phase 1. Some lenders require phase 2. So again, it's going to depend on which lender we put you with. I'd probably not put you with one that requires the phase 2 because that can take a while. But that is going to affect your subject removal timeline. And again, if on your disclosure document it says that this was a previous grow operation or meth lab, nobody can get a mortgage on that home until that testing is done. So again, don't worry about it affecting your competitive edge. That'll have to get done unless there's a cash offer on the table. And if there's a cash offer on the table, chances are you won't win that bid anyway. So that's just, a couple tidbits for you. So selling agents, order Form B right away. Everyone else, buying agents, please, please, please don't have the closing date deadline for subject removal on a holiday or a weekend. And make sure that if there's something unique to the property that you call your broker and ask, do we need an extended subject removal timeline? So if you have any questions about this, give me a call, Leah Coss with the Mortgage Center, and hopefully I can help you out on the next mortgage. Thanks so much.